time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watched, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
I'm Isabelle.
Last night, we watched the season finale of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 5. The show aired on Tuesday, March 24th, 2015. Here's what we thought.
So here we are at the finale.
Did it not take this long to get through two other finales before?
Were there like 50 episodes in this season? Or am I just growing tired of some of the shenanigans for some reason? I think it's because there's just too much arguing, and I hate arguing with a passion.
I'm trying to remember the other seasons, and there's been arguing back and forth.
Yeah, but there's other stuff going on.
But in this case, it was just over the top.
Totally.
And I just got tired of hearing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
It's boring. So we start in the desert with Kim and Kyle the next morning.
Yes.
And it totally looks like they're just acting like nothing happened.
Well, Kyle had something very interesting to say, and I think she's mentioned it before.
Okay.
But she said something about how their mom said to never air their dirty laundry in public.
Yes.
And to not talk about their problems or issues with anyone outside of the family. And that's why they tended to just brush things under the rug and kind of move on and not even really discuss it, figure it out.
Okay, so that explanation makes sense to a certain degree. But then it's like, does she realize that she's on a Bravo show?
Thank you. That was going to be my next point. Why did you sign up for this show if you were going to become known and have some publicity from this?
The Bravo community is huge, of which I am a fan, as I know you are too. But it's okay, how can you not air your dirty laundry and be on a TV show where cameras are following you around? We head back to the city, and the next big deal is at Rinna's house, taking down the swing set.
You know, that was actually kind of sweet.
Right?
She was more, not upset, but more emotional about it than her girls were. They're kind of like, yeah, okay, it's going to be sad, but whatever.
They're teenage girls. Hello. These are the same girls who are like, Mom, I've got to go now. Give me the money. It was a cute family moment, though. It
was, and they all seemed kind of sentimental about the swing set being taken down.
Because your kids are getting older, and it's a big moment. And then they show her doing her little testimonial thing, you know, and she's kind of explaining her big reaction to Kim's accusation about Harry.
Right.
So I kind of get it from that standpoint when she said, don't say anything about my husband, don't say anything about my family. But I appreciated the fact that she owned that it was a huge reaction, that she never should have kind of empowered Kim that much to have that kind of a huge display of just craziness.
I know, because I always figured Rinna to be just somewhat level-headed in terms of her concern for Kim and the whole sobriety or non-sobriety or whatever that issue is. And I just figured, well, wow, she's really... I mean, I know you protect your family and you don't want people talking about them, but I thought she kind of overreacted. But then again, I was thinking, we didn't see everything. I'm sure it got edited because it seemed to escalate, you know, from 0 to 100 in less than a second.
We saw the hand going around the throat thing. Yeah. That's what got me, that was so quick and she was so close to her throat. Yeah. And then, of course, the wine glass. So, yeah. It was kind of crazy.
But I like that Rinna owned up to it. And just said, you know, my bad.
She's a class act. I'm sorry. I just really like her. Then we go to Nikkis' book signing at Kyle's store.
A nice little family moment there, too. Reuniting with her older sister.
Totally.
And her other niece.
Yes. And so Kim and Kyle continue to act ridiculously towards each other.
We've seen this happen many, many times before, so I'm not exactly surprised.
Yeah, me either. With the little, like, biting comments, you know, about Kim's outfit that she had on, or I didn't know you carried this brand, you know, whatever. Yeah. Kind of like, okay.
Like, whatever.
So we see Nikki Hilton and Paris, of course, makes an appearance. Okay, have you heard this on fleek thing?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I'm just as lost as you are.
I'm too old. What can I say?
So what did you think of Kyle's mother-in-law, Estella, introducing her friend Prince Mario Max of Germany to Camille and who else? Vanderpump?
I don't know, but there was some major flirting going on. That's all I know.
I agree.
Yeah, making eyes at each other, and it was kind of cute.
Well, yeah, I certainly got the vibe that he was pursuing Camille, or at least starting that process.
Interested, for sure.
Absolutely. So the next evening, everyone is going to Adrian's launch party. What was this for? Some sort of...
We still don't even know. Did they even really say? Because all I know was they were showing everybody getting ready. And, of course, everybody looked gorgeous. Can I just say this one thing? You know, I love my girl Brandi. I love her. Why is she getting ready sitting on the floor? Isn't she in her 40s?
Yes, she is.
Okay, like, isn't that something you did when you were a teenager? Or, like, in junior high in your room? It just seems totally odd to me. Wouldn't she have a vanity in the bathroom? Or a, like, getting ready room, dressing room?
When she would do this, I think this was right after she moved in. So I figured, oh, well.
She doesn't have anything set up.
She hasn't got her furniture all put together and set aside. But yeah.
It just was kind of weird, right? She's got like piles and piles of stuff and putting on the makeup and doing the hair and stuff. Anyway, okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that was weird.
No, I thought it was strange, and I thought, well, that can't be very comfortable, because after a certain point, it's like, I can't
I can't
cross-legged. No, it bothers my back and all that good stuff. So
my organizational sensibilities wants to go over there and create a cute getting ready place for her, because I just can't deal with all that crap on the floor.
Oh, man. She has to have a big enough bathroom where she could put, like, a vanity table or something with a mirror and lights.
That's what I'm talking about. We get to the party. Everybody looks beautiful.
Definitely. Everyone's glammed up.
The air kissing was making me dizzy. There was so much of it. And everybody's like, oh, hi, how are you? Oh, my gosh.
I only saw the air kissing once. I think it was with Kathy Hilton, Kyle and Kim's older sister. I think she's like a big proponent of this air kissing thing. I thought, this is weird.
The like double cheek thing, the, you know, are we in Europe? Where are we? This is LA, people. Kim and Monte arrive, which it was kind of cool to see him out. So I was kind of glad about that. But immediately she starts asking everyone about what Rinna said, and did she say the word intervention?
She's on such a one-track mind, like, I need to know. No. Instead, I don't know, couldn't you have called people and talked to them before arriving at this party?
But she was just badgering her, and I thought, my gosh, Kim, just let her be. I get that you want to know this, but it was just like she was stalking her or something.
Yeah.
And I agree with Rinna. What's she going to say? She just wants to stay out of it.
Yeah, and I think Rinna was just saying, you know, we had, in terms of the discussion they had in Amsterdam, wasn't it something along the lines of, I don't want to talk about this with you anymore, and we're not going to talk about it anymore. And Rinna's like, that's totally fine, Kim, if you want to do that.
Yeah, Kim made her promise not to talk about it anymore, and then she's breaking her own rule. Hello, what's happening?
Oh, man.
So,
Man. So, I guess at some point, they all decide it's time to find and talk and well, didn't Eileen and... Well, no, it was Eileen who tells Rinna, listen, you needed to... This is the moment to be truthful.
With Kyle
and just kind of lay it out all on the table.
So she goes and gets her. She goes and gets Kim, sits her down, and, you know, is kind of barking orders at her, like, you know, didn't you say it? Didn't you say it? And all that kind of stuff. And it was just like, okay, everybody's just had too much to drink.
This thing is called Never Hungover, so who knows what they're drinking?
I don't know, but it didn't take long for Kyle to just kind of lose it, because Rinna clammed up. Of course she did. She's following the rules, the whole thing that Kim said to her. And then Kyle was like, why aren't you telling the truth? It was just, a disaster.
Rinna was being quite diplomatic, I think.
Oh, totally.
I mean, everything kept going circling, but I think Rinna was just like, you know, this is a really big conversation. It's not black and white.
Yeah, there were so many layers to it, and ultimately,
you need to go talk to Brandi and see what's been said, because, you know, she's trying to get the information in terms of what Brandi said. Why don't you go ask Brandi what she said?
Speaking of Brandi, we see her get into this altercation with Vanderpump. Vanderpump goes up to her, and Brandi's like 3 sheets to the wind already, or 6 sheets to the wind.
She's probably in a bad state because of her dad, but still.
And I feel terrible about that part of it. But, I mean, she was just in tears.
What I don't get about Brandi is, like, yes, she's apologized, and Vanderpump even said, I'm really sorry to hear about your dad. But then Brandi goes on this tirade about, you don't call me every day like Yolanda does, and da-da-da, and I've apologized, and why can't we just go back to the way it was? And I know this has been something that she said consistently to Vanderpump about, why can't we just be friends?
Well, and in this case, you and I probably disagree on this. When Vanderpump said, I met your dad for 2 seconds. Why would I call you? I'm thinking, are you kidding me? This is about your friend Brandi. It doesn't matter if you've even met her father. The fact that she's going through this would be the reason for the call. You know what I mean? So I really didn't like it when Vanderpump said that. I thought, wow, you're really kind of unfeeling here.
I kind of get where Brandi's coming, but I kind of get where Vanderpump's coming from, because obviously their relationship is strained.
Yes.
So, and I'm sure she came over to say, I'm so sorry. I got your email. I'm sorry to hear about your dad. But, she's only met the dad for a little bit. And because of where they're at, I don't think she needs to be calling her every single day to check up.
Yeah, well, not every day, but at least to call her. But to not have called her, I just thought was, yeah.
Well, I guess there's information missing. We don't know when the email was sent. If it was 5 hours ago, 10 hours ago, just yesterday or late at night. And who knows? Who knows how... We don't know all the details.
What did you think of how Brandi was kind of like telling her this stuff about her dad and then just kind of whipping her head around and turning her back to her and then turning back? I thought, oh my gosh, is she seriously doing this? I know she's upset, but come on. Who does that?
She's immature. She's childish about these things.
Yeah.
And that was her way to respond. Instead of saying, I really don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to go now.
And then throw the drinking in with it. Yeah, it's just a recipe for disaster. In all this commotion and all the, back and forth over who said what and what's going on, everybody totally misses Adrian's, magic entrance. Were you laughing so hard at this point?
I was, because... before they all got wrapped up in this, who said what and when and why and what, they were all asking, well, where's Adrian? We haven't seen her. What? And then they got involved in their drama.
She makes this grand entrance, and it's like crickets. Nobody's even there of her friends to see it. So I just thought that was just
I think
hilarious.
You hear someone say, oh, there's Adrian. Oh, she's here now, or something to that effect.
It's too funny. So I just think, I'm sorry, but I think Kim is just acting like an idiot, really.
No, I completely agree.
Right? She's getting rude with people. Mm-hmm. She finally talks to Brandi, which I'm glad they finally sat down and talked, the two of them.
Definitely.
Right? And
definitely. And it's good that the main issue, or what was discussed between Brandi and Rinna comes up, and it's just, we were both concerned.
Yeah.
We're both, we want to make sure that you're okay. And whether or not the word intervention ever made it in, it's obviously they had a conversation that kind of revolved around it.
And the bottom line is that they were worried about her, and I think the way that they posed it in that particular, piece where the three of them were talking, Brandi and Rinna and Kim, I thought was really good. So I felt like there was a little bit of resolution.
Yes, some closure there. It was nice. That kind of got, okay.
Yes.
We all know what's up now.
We
can kind of close that episode and move on.
Hopefully.
But I can't, gosh, who was it? Eileen and Kyle were just kind of hanging around. And it was more so Kyle, obviously, because she needs to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's just hanging out, and the minute Brandi's like, no, just leave us alone.
Away.
We're fine.
Can you go away?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell me?
No, Kyle was just ready for a fight that night. It was all over her. She was getting so into it. I mean, she looked beautiful, by the way. How did you like that outfit?
Oh, Kyle's outfit with the cute little skirt and top and everything?
Oh my gosh, great. She looked gorgeous. Anyway, sorry. Side note. Oh, and at the end, when Monte was telling Kim that she's his best friend and that he was crying.
That he loved her.
I know. Did you tear up? Because I did.
A little bit. I thought it was very sweet because, she's taking on a big burden to help him out, especially in his stage of treatment and everything.
She's playing a major role in kind of his hospice care almost, right?
Almost.
It pretty much is.
I don't know how advanced it is or what's going on with the chemo or if... I guess we'll find out more with the reunion show come next week or so.
I can't wait for that.
Can we talk about Camille running into her prince again?
Totally.
And
let's go there.
He's really putting on the moves.
Totally putting on the moves. And they ended up kissing.
I wasn't expecting that. I just saw the little kiss on the cheek and a quick little peck and then, we went a little bit more, didn't we?
And he wanted more after that kiss. He was kind of lingering there.
Yep.
Kind of for an awkward minute, can I have another one?
And I think what made it more awkward is because, Adrian and I forgot who else was there, that's great. And
that looks so good. Do it again.
I know. It's oh no, not in front of you guys.
Really?
Let me go in the corner.
Yeah, please, stop it. I don't want to be on display. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Maybe we'll see something about Camille dating a prince.
Prince Mario Max. So the things at the end where they show kind of a little blurb about what everybody's doing or where they've been or what's going on. My DVR, God bless it, cut out halfway through Brandi's. So I didn't see everybody's. Can you tell me what they said?
Well, Brandi's, so Yolanda was just basically a relapse of her Lyme disease.
Yes.
And that she's proud of her two daughters. I guess they walked in a show. Okay.
Yeah.
Rinna was recently in an episode of CSI. They didn't say which one, though.
Okay.
And that apparently she's still trying to figure out # what did Harry do?
Oh my gosh.
Which I thought was
funny.
You
mean they haven't talked about it? Come on.
I know. Eileen is doing Young and the Restless, and she's gone back to Days of Our Lives as well. So something about working 2 soap opera jobs is less dramatic than dealing with the Beverly Hills ladies.
Absolutely.
Which I thought was funny too.
Are you kidding?
Absolutely.
Well, so it cut out halfway through Brandi's, and it was saying that her dad is still recovering from multiple surgeries. But then there was going to be more. Do you remember what the other rest of it was?
So, apparently he's recovered, actually, from these surgeries.
Good.
And something that hasn't recovered, with the exception of Kim and Yolanda, are her friendships with all the other ladies. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can we talk about Kyle? Apparently Kim and Kyle have not talked to each other because Kim's dog, that god-awful pit bull that she has not trained properly, bit her niece, Alexia, and required surgery.
I saw that one, and it said they haven't talked since the incident, quote unquote.
Yes. I think I heard, or not heard, but read somewhere that Kim had to... I think she gave away her dog.
Oh, I didn't see that. But, she just really, there was no training. That dog just, it was so bad.
Misbehaved. It could happen to any dog, but especially a pit bull that has such instincts and such a powerful
I don't know, though.
jaw.
I've met some really sweet pit bulls that I actually love.
No, pit bulls are great. You just have to train them early. Any dog has to be trained early before they get out of control. Yeah. No matter what kind of dog you've got. What breed.
But, can you imagine having your daughter, she had to have surgery as a result?
Pit bulls are strong, man.
Yeah. The reunion show is in 3 parts. So we're going to watch
3 parts.
The first one on Monday, or Tuesday, sorry. So hopefully, I've heard that this reunion is the most emotional of all of the ones they've done so far.
Really?
Yes, that's what I've heard. And
the first part, right?
Or
just this entire reunion
Just the entire reunion experience.
Huh,
so
interesting.
We'll be covering it, and it'll be interesting to see, what comes out.
I'm approaching these reunion shows with a little bit of fear because it's more fighting.
I know.
More of this drama.
People just get riled up, right? I know. We've only got 3 left, Izzy. We can do it.
We can do it. I'll have to have a big glass of wine for each of those reunion shows, I think.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @didthelletteru watch it. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.